What's going on, everybody? It's the Blockchain Raccoon keeping you updated with the latest cryptocurrency news and analysis. Well, folks, Axie Infinity has showed the gaming industry just a sliver of what blockchain-based gaming can achieve, and the industry is set to explode. Anyone who has not been living under a rock is probably aware that the gaming industry has been on an absolute tear. It's one of the industries that has benefited most from the COVID-19 pandemic in a massive way. So with that in mind, the average investor might not be aware of the following growth in the industry. For example, the global gaming market is currently worth $180 billion. It's the fastest growing form of entertainment globally. Just for reference, the global film industry is worth $100 billion, and all North American sports combined are $73 billion in terms of annual revenues. Excuse me. Experts predict that the number of online streamers of online games will rise to 1 billion by 2025. That's 1 in 9 people today. Now, 3 of the top 4 most viewed United States sporting events in 2018 wasn't even traditional sporting events. Wasn't football, soccer, tennis, golf. It was e-sporting events, folks. For example, the League of Legends Championship had 30 million more views than the AFC Championship and 45 million more views than the NCAA Football Championship. It's just, esports. It's just amazing. Also, Travis Scott did a live performance on Fortnite last April. It received over 12.3 million views and netted Scott over $20 million probably. It's crazy. And you're probably scratching your head going, how is this possible? Where's all this growth coming from? So we can take a look at it, that much of this is simply due to the rise of technology and exponential growth. Technology continues to transform how we communicate, how we assemble, how we create and consume information, how we transfer value, and how we form online communities. Now, Howard Schultz, the former CEO of Starbucks, popularized the idea of a third physical space with his coffee shop concept. It was his belief that humans need a third space to assemble outside of the office and at home. Starbucks was the answer. We see the same concept playing out today among the younger generations, except the new shared space is a digital one, and it's called the Metaverse. This is where kids are increasingly hanging out these days. They go there to engage with their friends, listen to music, play online games, and they think of this as the next iteration of digital communities, like our various, AOL chat rooms, MySpace, Facebook, and finally, the Metaverse. We've got concerts in the Metaverse happening now. Burning Man has even been digitized, and we're just getting started. Now let's take a look at the brief history of gaming. The first video game came out in the mid-50s, a simple tennis game similar to Pong. Atari was invented in 1977. Nintendo started releasing popular games back in the 80s with Mario Brothers, The Legend of Zelda, and Donkey Kong. And it's important to note that the business model has changed significantly over the years. We used to pay $60 for a game at GameStop or wherever we went. I'm gonna tell you what, man, I just pre-ordered, Battlefield 2042. It cost me $120 freaking dollars, man. It's freaking insane. But, I'll find a way to write that off. And it was a one-time cost with unlimited play. Now, games were released in a similar manner to how Hollywood flicks would be promoted and released. 90% of revenues would come in the first 2 weeks of release. The model is out now. The freemium model is in. Users play for free and are induced to make in-game purchases to upgrade skills, dress up their avatars, buy weapons, enhance ammunitions, etc. We see this today in Roblox, Call of Duty, Fortnite, and every other popular game out there today. Now, this is a much more profitable model for game makers, and it keeps their users engaged and always upgrading to compete with their friends. I mean, I bought Ghostface for my Call of Duty, for Cold War, so I spend a little money here and there, I don't mind doing it. But we are moving to a world where social signaling occurs among younger generations in the metaverse via in-game avatars. And the weapon they wield and the skins they possess. Welcome to the future, folks. Now, why gaming is moving to blockchain. Now, gaming today happens on walled-off data networks. This means that users cannot own their in-game assets, anything, your skins, your weapons, your anything. The platform owns them. Now, Axie Infinity is disrupting this model because users own their assets, such as non-fungible tokens, NFTs, on Axie and are able to sell them in a free market gaming economy for profit. Now, let's take a look here. There are annualized revenues per token terminal shakeout to a $2.7 billion for this open and permissionless pay-to-play blockchain game. Now, blockchain technology is the vehicle through which users can own their in-game assets. And this is not possible on the tech used today. So, if I get on Battlefield or Call of Duty Vanguard or anything like that and I make any purchase in there, I don't physically own it. So I'm paying money for something I technically physically don't own. But if it were an NFT, I would physically own that digital asset. And blockchain allows for gaming economies to organically form. Users can be paid to play. Again, Axie Infinity is leading the charge here. Axie users make investments to acquire an Axie NFT and the Axis native token to begin playing. From there, they earn the SLP token by playing and competing, and as the tokens earned can then be exchanged for other crypto assets or fiat. Many users in the Philippines are earning several times their usual monthly salary simply by playing Axie Infinity. All during the economic hardship brought on by COVID-19, which is, I hate to say it's kind of cool. Now let's check it out. If you could get paid to play a game on a blockchain versus not being paid to play on a non-blockchain game, would you do it? Would you choose to go that route? And as Charlie Munger says, show me the incentive and I'll show you the outcome. Public blockchains are open to all and permissionless. Now, I'm sure we all have a cell phone and internet connection, and everybody is welcome to participate. This isn't really how it works in today's closed data architecture, especially if you live outside the United States. Not only can you participate on a blockchain, but you can also earn income. As smartphone adoption continues to scale out with the growth of 4G and 5G technology in emerging markets, they are very well aware they are actually currently in development and currently working on 6G as well. So keep that in the back of your mind. And we should expect more and more users to be accessing crypto and blockchain game-based games in the near future. We can also look at how open protocols collapse and compress the cost of existing technologies. Public blockchains are open protocols. Ethereum is an open protocol. Anyone can build a game on Ethereum. By doing this, one is fundamentally outsourcing much of their operating and capital costs to the Ethereum base layer blockchain, meaning that it is much easier to start a game for entrepreneurs because there's lower barriers to entry in it, which increases competition. This ultimately benefits the end user. We've seen this play out time over time in history. Blockchains are simply the next iteration for open source technology. Then there's also decentralization. Because blockchains are open and permissionless, anyone can build on them. This means we should expect a future where there are blockchain games built on top of various layer 1 blockchains. For example, Ethereum, Solana, Cosmos, etc. down the line, users will be able to switch games with ease, and they will be able to bring their assets such as their NFTs in the forms of their skins, avatars, weapons, loot, anything. This is something that is not possible today. Furthermore, users will be able to trade their NFT assets for profit if they choose to do it. Or maybe they would want to build an NFT or something. I mean, go ahead. The future's open. You don't have to own a gaming platform to do it. Gaming economies are the future, and they will happen on blockchains. Well, folks, I'm going to wrap up this short little video by stating that I am not a financial advisor. I'm a little raccoon making YouTube videos about cryptocurrencies. Thanks for tuning in.